Yizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man. You could tap in and you could tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now you already know time, energy, the highest forms of currency. My G, I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that paper, stacking that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex. That time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. Yeah, we on our way to the top, well over 50,000 subscribers, and we on our way to 60K. All right. Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, all my new investors, everybody that's making their way to the realest channel on YouTube. Yours truly, Grown Man Business TV, is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. All right. Now, listen, man, do me a favor. Wipe off your feet before you step into the big house. You understand me? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot in the realest channel on YouTube. Yours truly, Grown Man Business TV, is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You know how I'm giving it up, and you absolutely know how I'm putting it down, my G's. All right. Now, listen, man. I got a lot of people in the DM right now. I mean, it's flooded. Yo, GMB TV, what's your perspective on everything that's going on with Michael Jordan? I mean, what's your thought process on everything that's taking place with the homie MJ, Michael Jordan, Air Jordan? You understand me? And I got to say, man, it's absolutely nasty work. Yeah, disgusting if you ask me. Now, it's a lot of y'all flooding my DMs saying, yo, GMB TV, why you ain't saying nothing about Michael Jordan? Why you ain't going in on MJ? You know what I'm saying? You got picks. You know what I mean? And one thing for sure, two things for certain. You already know when it comes to this channel that we don't have no picks. We not protecting no celebrities, but we got to stand on grown man business when it comes to this. All right? We really got to be able to see through the smoking mirror and look behind the curtain and be able to see backstage. You understand? And that's what y'all come here for. So, you know, I was second guessing even going live tonight, but I said, you know what? We're going to deliver these downloads. Michael Jordan is in hot water. They got Michael Jordan on the chopping block. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, and it's not looking good. And we're going to talk about that. MJ, you know, you got some explaining to do, my G. Respectfully. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you a chance. We're going to look into this situation. We're going to see if it's feasible. We're going to see if it makes sense. But Michael Jordan, you got some explaining to do. Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain. If you can't explain this, I'm gonna explain it for you. Yeah. We gonna talk. We gonna have a conversation. Big salute. You know, late night live stream. Y'all already know what to do. When y'all come in here, hit the live button, hit the subscribe button, hit the like. Make sure you get us in the algorithm. You understand me? Now, before we go any further into this, you already know I got to do some customizations to the chat. Yeah, we talking about some big time celebrity, big time puppet, big time higher up in elite. You know, it's a lot of action going on outside, right? So before we go any further, before I give you this pure dope straight off the brick directly into the bottles, we got to do some customizations to the chat, my G, all right? You know, the higher ups and the elites are always playing chess at the highest level. They're always trying to muffle the message. They're always trying to shadow ban the channel. The higher ups and the elites understand that Grown Man Business TV is an absolute threat to the establishment, my G. Not only that, but they understand that the revolution will be televised right here in these YouTube streets. All right, so before we go any further, I got to customize the chat. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You know, Michael Jordan, you know, they got him caught on camera, you know, making some suspect type of hand movements with the little youngster. You know, we all seen it, and we're gonna talk about it. And I ain't gonna lie, Mike, you know, you got some explaining to do. You know, it's nasty work. You know, they putting a pedo title on Michael. They saying that they want to cancel Michael Jordan. You know, and we really got to be able to look at these situations, but you celebrities ain't making it easy. I want to say that. You know what I'm saying? I want to throw that out there. You know, you celebrities, man, you ain't making it easy to I mean, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. We looking right at you. A lot of the time, you celebrities, man, y'all just get out here and y'all. And then Michael Jordan, I don't want to say I'm disappointed in you, but I don't understand where you are. But you know what? That's why y'all come to this channel. We're gonna make some sense of this situation. MJ, you got some explaining to do, homie. Yeah. I don't know what you got going on, MJ. It's been a long time since you've been in the NBA. You ain't slam dunking. You ain't shooting jump shots. You out here NASCAR. You hanging with the dog fur, and we gonna talk about that. All right. Now listen, man. You see that right there at the bottom of the chat. You see that. You see that right there, right? Before you get in here with your Twitter fingers doing what your Twitter fingers like to do, using your Twitter fingers all in the comment section, twittering with your Twitter fingers all in the comment section, doing the twittering with your Twitter fingers. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button and make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube. Yours truly, Grown Man Business TV, is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now let's get into this. Again, Michael Jordan, man, it's been a lot going on with these celebrities. It's been a lot going on with the higher ups and the elites, and it's always a method to the madness. Nothing's done and nothing's done by coincidence. Everything is calculated, right? So when it come to this situation with MJ, I had to do my due diligence. Now, y'all sent me the clips of MJ with those hand gestures, right? And y'all sent me about 30 of those. But I had to do my own due diligence, and I had to look deeper into the situation. Michael Jordan is a billionaire, multi-billionaire. You understand what I'm saying? And Michael Jordan got his hands in a lot of different businesses and a lot of different situations. Michael Jordan he's rubbing shoulders with them people. So, I understood, and I've seen clips of MJ with the Charlotte Hornets. You know what I'm saying? LaMelo Ball and them boys. I seen MJ, a owner in the NBA, but I didn't really know about the NASCAR situation. I didn't know that MJ was out there at these NASCAR races and doing business and getting money with them hillbillies out there at them NASCAR races. Oh, all types of different dog fur be at them NASCAR races. And lo and behold, MJ, he out there rubbing shoulders with them people. You understand what I'm saying? Not only is he rubbing shoulders with the people out there in NASCAR, not only is he making waves in the NASCAR industry, but MJ, he got a fetish for that dog fur. He divorced his black melanated queen. He divorced her a long time ago, cashed her out millions of dollars, and he went on a whole rabbit hole. He got snow bunnies all around him. Every time we see MJ on one of them yachts, it's snow bunnies around him. Every time we see MJ at one of these parties, he got a snow bunny. He got a Caucasoid dog fur having snow bunny on his arm. Okay, so I'm looking into this and I'm saying it ain't looking good, MJ. It ain't looking good. Okay? And I gotta speak to that because you a black man, but you got that Oreo. You got that swirl in you. Yeah. We're gonna talk to Michael Jordan, respectfully. Multi-billionaire. I respect his business acumen. I respect his athletic ability. But when it come to that dog fur, I'm highly disgusted, and it's nasty work. And I'm gonna use this angle with this dog fur to kind of explain what we're seeing when it come to this footage right here. See, nobody's gonna connect the dots like Grown Man Business TV. Nobody really can see through the smoke and mirrors, but you gotta know something. You gotta be able to know that it's nasty work. And the more time you spend with the dog fur, the more they rub off on you. The more times you lay down with that dog fur, the more you around the dog fur, their mannerisms will rub off on you. And I'm gonna leave that right there. Just let that stay right there, and let's get into these receipts, okay? You already know how I give it up. I don't go nowhere without the receipts. And I absolutely got the receipts, okay? And like I said, MJ is making waves in the NASCAR industry. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that MJ, Michael Jordan, is a threat to the establishment when it comes to the NASCAR industry. I don't think y'all know that. But I'm gonna introduce y'all. We did our due diligence. We gonna get into this nasty work. Nasty work. And we gonna break this thing down. Big salute to the chat. We not staying long. Late night live stream. Hit the like button when y'all come in here. Well over 300 in the chat. Hit the like button, man. Stop playing and do what you're supposed to do. Wipe off your feet when you step into the building. Now, what I want to do is I want to start right here. I want to start with the clip that is going viral. This clip is going viral. This clip has made its way on every social media platform. This clip is being talked about everywhere. My DM is full. The same clip. I don't know if y'all don't know if I got it or not. I got 30 different people sending me this very exact receipt right here. You know what I mean? So we're going to start with this receipt. You know what I mean? And we not gonna hold no punches. I understand that it's Michael Jordan and it's MJ, it's Air Highness, but it could have been Allen Iverson. If this was Allen Iverson, I would be giving him this same smoke. If this was LeBron James, if this was Michael Vick, it don't matter what celebrity it is. And Michael Jordan, no different. Okay, so let's get into this receipt and we're gonna double back and we gonna elaborate on this. All right, now I want y'all to look at this. Yeah, go ahead and talk to the people. Look. Now okay. Now I'm gonna stop it right there. Mike, what are you doing, my G? What exactly are you doing? Now, I'm gonna get back into this receipt because it's a lot to unpack. You know what I'm saying? You got this youngster right here standing in front of Michael. You got his father standing right there with Michael Jordan. And I don't know if homie got some ice cream on his shirt. Maybe it's a stain on his shirt. I don't know if Michael is trying to I don't know what Michael is doing. Respectfully, when I look at this, it's hard for me to express. For a second, I didn't really know what angle to approach this by. Michael Jordan, what are you doing with this youngster right here? Okay? And we're going to get back. I want to show it again. But a lot of people are in the DM, they're saying, yo, his father was right there. His father didn't say nothing. So why do we care? But what I'm saying is, it's Michael Jordan. That's MJ. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people that's starstruck when they get around these celebrities. All I'm asking is, what exactly you know what? Let's look at this. Let's count. Let's count what was going on. I want to count the times that Michael did whatever he was doing. Let's count the ways, okay? Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button. We gonna count this out, okay? We all know how to count, right? All right, let's look at this again. Bloop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is going? Okay, let's count it again, Mike. Let's count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's look at it again, Mike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now, little homie turned around like, what's going on back there? Like, what we doing, right? And I counted out whatever Mike is doing because that right there is relevant. That right there can give some context because, again, it's a lot of people saying, yo, he had ice cream on his shirt, or yo, Mike was trying to get something off his shirt and that's what he was doing. But I'm just saying, like, 8, you grabbing and you swiping and you got to 8 times with your hands. Okay. Now, you know, Mike is an ex-basketball player. Basketball players, they know they got pretty big hands, they got long fingers. You know what I'm saying? They're abstract, they're abnormal. That's what makes them athletes. So you already got these big ass hands and you just swiping away at this youngster right here. Okay? Now, if your intentions were pure or not, it don't look good. It don't look right. And again, it's a lot going on right now in this particular in this particular receipt. It's a lot going on, but the cameras are on Michael Jordan. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah, we're gonna get deeper into this. Right now we just scratching the surface on what everybody is talking about. MJ, you I don't know what you got. I can't call it. I don't know. Because in our culture, we don't really, grown men, we don't do that in our culture. If little homie got something on the back of his shirt, you might swipe it one or two times. If it don't come off, you let him know, hey man, you got something on your shirt. But we ain't just groping. We ain't just using our hands and swiping and moving. So I see where a lot of people is taking this and running with it. I mean, it ain't really no defense that I could give you because I don't even understand what's going on in this video right here. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. Now again, dad is standing right there. That they say that's the young man's father right here, and he didn't say a word. I'm not sure about that either, because I would have been saying after two or three of your hands swiping around the buttocks area, I'm gonna look down and say, hey, what's going on? Oh, okay. Hey, no, don't worry about it, Mike. I got you. Yeah, I got you, Mike. Don't worry. I got him. Congratulations, man. We won. I got it. But homie didn't even budge. Okay, so again, I see how people are taking this and running with it. You know what I mean? And trust me, the second anybody gets an opportunity to put a black man on the chopping block, I'm talking everybody. You know, one thing for sure, two things for certain, right? The higher ups and the elites, even DJ Vladimir knows, as soon as we point something out on one of us, it's gonna be our own community that's gonna help tear a nigga down. They know that. You understand? And I needed to say that, and I want to make sure that we all recognize that. Right, wrong, or indifferent. As soon as somebody says something about one of us, they they know that not only will they work to take that man down, but the black community will work in overtime to take that man down. Okay, so we're gonna get into that. But I gotta be honest and I gotta be real and I gotta keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael, I don't, Michael's a billionaire. He's probably not gonna respond or put out you know, a explanation for this situation. But if I was a part of Michael Jordan's team, if I was a part of Michael Jordan's PR, right, his public relations, I would put a statement out. I would tell Mike, listen, don't worry about it. We're going to concoct a statement and we're going to produce it for the public because it don't look like it's nothing on little man's shirt if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? They said it don't look like it's nothing on his shirt big enough that would take your attention off of the celebration of winning the Daytona 500 or whatever they won to make you focus on whatever whatever little man got on his shirt ain't none of your business. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't even matter. If he got ice cream on his shirt, let the ice cream be on his shirt. I don't see why, MJ felt obligated to bend over and basically grope little homie like that for whatever reason. So if I was a part of MJ's PR, I would put a statement out. Listen, man, we was just trying to clean a little man up. He got a whole bunch of shit on his shirt. I couldn't stand it. I got OCD. I seen the ice cream on his shirt and I needed to get it off his shirt. Okay. Yeah, again, like, and I see that in the chat. Yeah, people are going to take this and they are already calling MJ a pedo. They're already giving MJ these titles, and I don't feel like he deserved those titles. Like, there could be a rational explanation in Michael Jordan's mind of what he was doing. You know what I mean? But as soon as people get the inkling that they can tear down a black man and crucify him and assassinate his character, the whole world wants to do it. It's not just the dog fur. It's not just white people or Jewish people or Latino people, but it's actually the black community that's going to join in. And we seem to be the only ones that do that, respectfully. We seem to be the only ones that take every opportunity to join in with other cultures to tear down our own. Now, again, if you wrong, you wrong. If you got your hand in the pot, we ain't here to protect you. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This looks nasty. Yeah. It looks nasty. It kind of feels nasty. Like I don't know what Michael was thinking, but we gonna get into that. Yeah, let's look at it one more time. Look, look, look. Cool, right? Now, here's where it gets deep at. Here's where we're gonna scratch the surface. We're gonna go deeper than this video, this receipt. This is where we're gonna go into an area that a lot of y'all might not know, or maybe it was just me, right? But doing my due diligence, we're gonna always scratch the surface. It's always a reason. There's always an angle. Nothing is by coincidence. And I see that. Salute. Um, D Moment, I see you in the chat. He says that he's cool with the family. Homie, little homie has some ice on his shirt. And MJ was just it was a good gesture. He was just trying to help little homie out. And that makes a lot of sense because again, MJ's reaching in, right? He's doing something back there, and his daddy didn't even flinch. And little homie didn't really even flinch. It took 3, 4, 5 times of him kind of like trying to make that work before little homie like looked behind him like, what you doing, MJ? What you doing, man? That's what he looked like. He didn't look scared. He didn't look like he was being, taken advantage of. But again, perception is reality. Perception is reality. You understand what I'm saying? So you can see something and you can perceive it to be something that is not. That's the crazy thing about this world, right? That's the crazy thing about this technology, right? We have access to everything. We can see everything through these cameras, through these media outlets, right? Through technology. And you ever heard the saying, "Don't believe your lying eyes"? Don't believe your lying eyes, or don't believe nothing that you see, and only believe half of what you hear, because you can literally see something with your lying eyes and it could tell you that it is something that it's not, and you'll believe it only because you seen it. Okay, so now we getting somewhere. Now we getting somewhere because this has gone viral, and they are saying that MJ is groping this young man. But then you got people out there that know MJ is cool with the family. MJ was not, come on, so we ain't never heard nothing about MJ violating the youngsters. But okay, here we go. Don't believe your lying eyes. All right, now here's where it get deep at. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. That's what y'all over here for. Okay? Now, recently, just late of last year, 2025, going into 2026, Michael Jordan filed a lawsuit against the NASCAR community, the NASCAR, the whole situation, the league, the whole league of NASCAR. Michael Jordan, a black man, invested into a NASCAR team, got into the NASCAR business, and then he disrupted the NASCAR business. And not only did he file a lawsuit for the monopoly of NASCAR and the NASCAR business in the league of NASCAR, but he won. Not only did he win the lawsuit, he walked away with $1 billion settlement. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap, ain't it? Michael Jordan. Oh, I got the receipts, my G. Yeah. You thought I ain't never just talking. Michael Jordan, MJ, Air Jordan invested in a NASCAR team. And then he saw the hypocrisy. He saw the foul play that takes place behind closed doors when it come to that dog fur in NASCAR. You know, it's a lot of dog fur in NASCAR. When we think about NASCAR, all we think about is the dog fur. Oh yeah, we don't really relate black men to NASCAR racing. You know, out there in North Carolina, they got a NASCAR track field over there, and those guys with the dog fur, they go on over there and they drink beer and they celebrate and they have a good old honky time, a good old honky donkey time at these NASCAR races. Did you know that? So a black man, a confident, cocky, successful, rich black man like Michael Jordan, he invests in the NASCAR. He gets into the business. And not only did he get in the business, he saw that it was highway robbery. Not only did he see the hypocrisy in the monopoly, in the highway robbery that comes with being in the NASCAR business, he took their ass to court and he filed a lawsuit. Not only did he file a lawsuit, he won $1 billion settlement. You know what? Let's get into another receipt. Big salute to the chat. So now you might be able to see when Grown Man Business connects the dots, you might be able to see exactly why they had that camera on Jordan. Why they are now manipulating and creating a narrative about Michael Jordan. You know what? Let's get into this receipt. Big salute to the chat. Open your ears, close your mouth, and open your ears. MJ. Listen to me. I don't really know. I can't make no explanation on why you was doing what you was doing, but I can connect the dots. You know what? Let's get into this. Look.
Michael Jordan won $1 billion lawsuit with NASCAR. Damn. They had unfair practices like it was a monopoly. He accused NASCAR of having anti-competitive behavior, financial irregularity, and deep internal conflicts among top executives and teams. NASCAR denies any wrongdoing. The judge has already determined that the organization holds a monopoly in its market. It was easy for the judge to call it, and it ain't like Michael Jordan ain't already got a lot of money, but just won $1 billion off NASCAR. He mad because he ain't winning, so he's suing. No, he exposed him for having a monopoly. NASCAR, like I said, denies any wrongdoing, but the bottom line is Jordan won. He probably wanted to put that jump man on one of them cars. Yeah, he got him. He definitely got that jump man on the car. You cannot put that jump man here. We gonna put that jump man there. Shout out to Mike, man. Soul Things, what up? Hey, happy holidays. Michael Jordan won $1 billion lawsuit with NASCAR. Damn. They had unfair practices like it was a monopoly. He accused NASCAR of having anti-competitive behavior, financial irregularity, and deep internal conflicts among top executives and teams. NASCAR denies any wrongdoing. The judge has already determined that the organization holds a monopoly in its market. It was
Financial irregularities, right? A monopoly. These white boys done got NASCAR running like a well-oiled machine. These white boys got NASCAR running so good like a well-oiled machine, they have created a monopoly where there are financial irregularities, like you ain't eating like you supposed to eat. They robbing everybody, and they got it so, listen, they got it so sealed, so locked tight that most black dudes ain't even going over there to NASCAR. You know how many black men love to race, love to drive fast, but for some reason it's all dog fur over there in NASCAR. It's not because it's just racist, it's also because it's a monopoly. It's highway robbery. And with all the different people, all the different NASCAR teams, with all the different, all the different moving parts in that industry, the one man that chose to take their ass to court and expose them for the monopoly is a black man by the name of Michael Jordan. Now let's get deeper into this. You see how fast that video of Michael Jordan and that youngster, you see how fast that went across the internet? You see how fast that video of Michael Jordan and that youngster, you see how fast it went viral? Why the majority of y'all never knew that Michael Jordan just won $1 billion off of NASCAR settling out? They didn't even want to go to trial. They settled out. They settled and gave him $1 billion not to go to trial. Why that ain't go viral? Woo. Oh, don't worry, MJ. We gonna work this thing out, MJ. Yeah, y'all thought I was about to get up here and I was about to crucify MJ. Nah, we ain't doing all of that. Not over here. MJ, I got you, homie. Don't even trip. You ain't never, you don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? You probably wouldn't shake my hand if you saw me in public, but don't even worry about that. Why didn't this news right here go viral? Michael Jordan wins $1 billion lawsuit against NASCAR. Not only did he win the lawsuit, they settled out. That means they didn't even want to go to trial. They said, you know what, Michael, you got us. MJ, God damn it, you got us, boy. We ain't even gonna go to trial. We're gonna give you $1 billion and you're gonna close your mouth about this. Because if the rest of NASCAR finds out about this, you know how many billions y'all will be dishing out. Imagine if they would have took it to trial and they would have lost. Every NASCAR team, every team out there would have took NASCAR to court and they would have got their piece of the pie. They would have got $500 million, $250 million, $1 billion here, $1 billion there. Yeah, you see that. I see it. Yeah, boycott. Exactly. Take this $1 billion and close your mouth. Sign this NDA. And then we're going to reach out to all the news and social media platforms, and we're going to make sure y'all muffle the message. Yeah, y'all need to muffle that. That don't need to go. Now, that's viral worthy. You understand me? Michael Jordan settling out of court with NASCAR for $1 billion is viral worthy. That's some shit that would have absolutely went viral. Oh, we would have talked about that for 90 days straight. 3 months. We would have been creating content on how Michael Jordan beat that dog fur. Gonna beat that dog? Go on, beat that dog. I'm gonna pet that dog. Yeah, don't pet that dog. I don't pet that dog. Michael Jordan was petting that dog fur. But nobody knew about that. And respectfully, the higher ups and elites did such a good job. Grown Man Business TV. I didn't even know about it. Yeah, I'm just finding out. I did my due diligence. Before I get up here and I just go to work, because a celebrity is a celebrity. But you need to notice something. I just told y'all, pay attention to how it's only black celebrities being crucified. You got the Epstein files, but we ain't heard nothing about no dog fur activity. Oprah, they talking about Jay-Z, they talking about Pusha T, but we ain't heard nothing about Woody Allen. We ain't heard nothing about Lex Wagner. We ain't heard nothing about Michael Jeffries. See, all of those dudes is getting swept under the rug, and now we talking about Michael Jordan. Y'all trying to crucify Mike. Now, I want you to understand something, because we're going to get into another angle as well. I'm not protecting Michael. Michael is not of the ghetto. He ain't of the urban community. Michael hang around that dog fur. Michael is married to the dog fur. But at the end of the day, y'all running these same Hail Mary plays, and we gotta step on that. We gotta start letting the higher ups and the elites know y'all gotta do better, man. We done smartened up. We don't want to talk about Michael Jordan. Where's the Epstein files? Lay the names out. It might be it might be on the whole Epstein file, it might be 10 black people up there. Listen to me. On the whole Epstein file, it might be 10 niggas up there. The rest of them, they got that dog fur. Smelling like a goddamn Shih Tzu, a golden retriever, a Rottweiler, a pit bull, a American bully. You're smelling like the dog fur. So now you can it kind of makes sense, right? Once I connect these dots on why they are going so hard on trying to crucify Michael Jordan. Oh, did you see that video when he had that little boy? Michael's a pedo. That shit went viral. It's like wildfire. Everybody's talking about it. Now, y'all didn't know, but we gonna get a little deeper than that. MJ makes NASCAR settle for $1 billion. Not only that, Michael Jordan just won the Indy 500, the most prestigious trophy in NASCAR. I think it's the Indy 500. It might be the Daytona 500, but it is the whatever trophy it was. Michael Jordan, a black-owned NASCAR team, walks away with the most prestigious trophy in NASCAR. So not only did he take $1 billion from you, not only did he make you settle out of court, but he also put belt to your ass. Yeah. He put a black man out there. Yeah, he's considered a black man. He got that swirl in him like J. Cole and Drake and all that. But to the masses, the driver is considered to be a black man, right? And the team owner is Michael Jordan, who is a black man. And he went out there on that track and he put belt to ass to all that dog fur. And he walks away with the Daytona 500 trophy. Okay, now let's get into this receipt. Because we're going to connect the dots. MJ, right? MJ. Now, mind you, I want you, we got to understand this, right? MJ is putting belt to ass in the NASCAR industry. And when you look at this receipt right here, what you'll understand is that it's a lot going on, man. It's like an NBA championship. You got the confetti, you got the trophy, you got everybody giving high fives, you got everybody smiling, you got everybody excited. And you mean to tell me that throughout all this action, you caught Michael Jordan cleaning little homie's shirt off and you thought to clip that up and put that out there? You thought that was by coincidence, that they just, out of all of this action right here that you about to see in this receipt, they saw Michael Jordan trying to clean little homie's shirt. They clip it up and they put it out there. They put it out there for your lying eyes. And I want to say this, right? Again, we not protecting no celebrities. If it comes to be that MJ is involved with any type of this activity, then MJ got to get put on a cross. MJ got to get put on a chopping block. I don't care. I got Michael Jordans, but I don't give a damn. Your ass got to go if you got your hand in the pot. What I am saying is this ain't enough. And again, I needed to get up here and say this because I see a lot of y'all, and I'm going to show you a clip of a young lady, and I rock with her, but, you know, we don't always agree. We don't always agree. You know, NBA basketball players, they got real big hands. So him doing whatever he was doing, it's going to look different if I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? You might have been able to see my hands swiping at the ice cream or whatever was on the little homie shirt. But MJ with them big ass hands, it looked like he grabbing something. It looked like he fondling. It looked like it looked like nasty work. And again, I ain't got no dog in the fight. Michael Jordan don't rock with the culture like that. We all heard stories about Michael Jordan having interactions with rappers and urban community members and how he treat niggas and how he look down on niggas and how he acts around black people. So this ain't no Martin Luther King situation. But at the same time, come on, man, y'all gotta do better than that. All right. Now, let's look at this receipt. I want y'all to look at Michael Jordan. I want y'all to peep the scenery around Michael Jordan. He already made NASCAR settle for $1 billion fucking dollars. And now look at the joy. Look at the celebration. And throughout this celebration, you mean to tell me you caught him fondling a little youngster? That's what you made it at. All this that's going on, and you think that Michael Jordan would take a few seconds out of this celebration to get his rocks off with a little youngster that's standing in front of him. You really, come on, son. Open your mind up. Open your eyes. Okay? Big salute to the chat. Let's get into this receipt. Look at the smile on that dog fur. Look at the smile on his face right here. That's Michael Jordan right there. Look at the smile. Look, let's get into it. Now that's the young man's dad right there. That's the young man, that's Jordan, and that's the young man's dad right there. Okay? That's the young man's father right there, shaking Jordan's hand. So what you telling me is, with all this celebration going on, with all this confetti flying, with all this joyous occasion, with all this celebration, Jordan looked down and said, I need to get my rocks off. Let me just see if I can get my feel on real quick. We just won the Daytona 500, but I can't resist. Little man standing right there, and you know what? I got the Copperfield, and I'm going David Copperfield right now. Yeah, I done went from Michael Jordan to David Copperfield. And ain't nobody gonna see me, because it ain't nothing but 150 cameras out here, national television, and ain't nobody gonna see that I'm copping a field, and yeah. Come on. Respectfully, man. Again, you gotta be able to see through the smoke and mirrors, man. You got to. And at the same time, a celebrity is a celebrity. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But again, I'm going to keep pushing this until everything is exposed. Notice the only people that are being put out there as pedos and, all of these different titles seem to be black celebrities. It's hundreds, if not thousands, of people on them Epstein files. But for some reason, it's Jay-Z, Pusha T, Kanye West, Barack Obama, and now Michael Jordan. And Barack ain't even a black man, but he looked like a black man. Y'all don't think that it's weird that, you know, they are going this hard when it come to MJ in this little video right here. But ain't nobody talking about the Epstein files. Why haven't Trump asses on the Epstein files? Like, yeah. Yeah, we know that, right? He's literally on those files. Goddamn Elon Musk told us that Trump ass is on the goddamn files. But I got a lot of people in my DM, and it's some people with the dog fur. They in my, yo, you see what MJ did? Why you ain't talking about that? Yeah, I didn't think, I wasn't even going to get on this topic. I didn't think it was necessary. But obviously, it is necessary. It's necessary that I lend my voice and I lend, my perspective and my thought process, and I lend you the truth. It's my obligation to give you pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles. I don't care if you're a white man. I don't care if you're African. I don't care if you're a black man. I don't care if you're Asian. Whatever you are, if you got your hand in the pot, when it come to them babies, we got to get you up out of there. If you got anything to do with any of that activity, your ass got to get up out of there. Michael Jordan ain't no different. But at the end of the day, y'all, come on, son. Y'all giving Michael Jordan a bad name, and that's nasty work. Okay? Now, let's get into the part where a lot of y'all wanted me to go. You know what I'm saying? And again, salute to everybody that's in tune with the channel. Salute to everybody that's locked in with Grown Man Business TV. We ain't protecting Michael. Hey, Michael, I gotta give you what you're asking for. Yeah, now that I got the people to understand that NASCAR is trying to assassinate your character. Now that I got the people understanding and seeing and how you connect the dots, that they railroading you, MJ. They had to settle out of court. They had to give you $1 billion. $1 billion settlement? God damn. Woo. Woo. Hey, MJ, hey, man, shoot me your lawyer's number, man. I got a situation. I could use those lawyers. They hit you with $1 billion? Hey, MJ, I got a situation. Somebody clip this up and get this to MJ. I got a situation. You know what I'm saying? The least you could do is shoot me the number of your lawyer and take care of the lawyer fees for me so I can handle this business. Yeah, $1 billion? God damn. So not only did they have to give you $1 billion, you just won the Daytona 500. They got a lot of reason to crucify you. They got a lot of reasons to paint you as a pedo, to assassinate your character. And it's my obligation to speak to that. But Michael, man, you got to do better. And this is where, we're going to have some fun at. Big salute to the chat. All right? This is where we're going to go in depth with the dog fur. Okay? Now, I want y'all to follow me on this. Michael Jordan comes into the league, marries a beautiful black woman, right? I don't remember her name. And, they have children. Beautiful black family. Michael Jordan, black woman, couple of sons. Michael Jordan has a beautiful black nuclear family within the NBA, and it's a beautiful situation. But behind closed doors, Michael got a fetish for the dog fur. Oh, I'm going to clip this up. Behind closed doors, Michael got a fetish for them pink toes. He got a fetish. He got a love. He got a weakness for the snow bunnies. Michael loves that dog fur so much that he approaches his black queen and he tells her, listen, this ain't going to work out. I can't keep my hands off that dog fur. Oh, those pink toes and snow bunnies is surrounding me, and I can't fight the feeling no more. So this is going to be an amicable divorce. This is going to be an amicable situation. We're gonna part ways amicably, and I'm going to make sure that you are well taken care of. And I want to say this. Michael Jordan didn't fight the divorce situation. Michael Jordan Michael Jordan hit her ass with about $90 million. I think she walked away with like $100 million back in the day. So it was an amicable divorce. Michael did what a man is supposed to do. And I salute Michael Jordan. He set his wife down and he said, listen, I can't fight the urges. That dog fur is calling me. Them pink toes, oh, they come into every game. They at every hotel. They sitting in the locker room. And I can't fight it no more. I got to have that. I got to have that wolf pussy. Them pink toes, that dog fur. And him and his wife divorced and they got separated. And ever since Michael Jordan divorced, what's her name? Juanita, that beautiful black queen. Michael been being seen with that. Yeah, he got a white girl on his shoulder. I wouldn't give a damn what. We could see Michael Jordan at McDonald's. Guess what? He got the dog fur on his shoulders. There you go, $168 million. Big salute to the chat. I got a love for my subscribers and my investors. I ain't even gotta ask. They know already. They put it in the chat. I said 90. Let me correct that. That's a big difference. $168 million is a big difference from $90 million. Okay? Michael Jordan made sure she was like Michael Jordan's wife is the second wealthiest woman from divorce in like American history. The first woman, I think, is either Jeff Bezos' wife or Bill Gates' ex. I think it's Jeff Bezos' wife got more than Michael Jordan. But there's no woman in history that walked away with more money in a divorce than Michael Jordan's wife, other than Jeff Bezos. So I want to give him his credit for that. Okay? But that motherfucking wolf pussy, them snow bunnies, Michael couldn't resist it no more. And again, I don't care if we see Michael Jordan at McDonald's, he got a white woman with him. We see Michael Jordan on a yacht, it's white women around. We see Michael Jordan at a party, he got the dog fur with him. We see Michael Jordan on the beach, it's dog fur all over the goddamn sand and all that. Michael Jordan got a real fetish for white women. And he been diving in that goddamn wolf pussy for the last 30 years. He been hitting them, marrying them, giving them money, tricking money. Yeah. Why are you saying all this, Grown Man Business TV? Well, Michael Jordan. The more time you spend with the dog fur, the more time you spend with these other cultures, the more they rub off on you. You know, again, the more you start to adapt their mannerisms, you start to adapt their ways of life, you start to adapt the things that they do, and you believe that it is right and it is comfortable and it is, you know, you think that you become comfortable with their ways of life. Okay? Michael Jordan has spent so much time with white people that he has come to a point in his old age where he thinks what he did with that little boy was okay. Okay? Now, maybe in Becky's house, maybe out there with Billy and Tommy and Brewster and them boys out there, they oh, that's nothing right there. The NASCAR, we do that all the time. We swipe on them and we grope on them, and yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. But Michael Jordan, in our community, the community you forgot about, the urban community, the black community, the ghetto, in our community, that ain't something we see Uncle Michael or we see Uncle Corey, Corey Holcomb, and we see Uncle Corey swiping at the little boy on his ass like that 8, 9 times, somebody gonna say something. Hey, Corey, man, what you doing over there? Oh, he got some ice on his shirt. Well, goddamn, hey, go get a towel or something, man. Listen to me. If little man got that much ice cream on his shirt, go get some napkins, man. But using what your hands gonna do? What your hands gonna do if you trying to clean something and it's in? Come on, but see, in the white community, them white women, That's allowed. Now let's get deeper in this respectfully, and I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. Let's run down some numbers. Let's run down some statistics. Because numbers don't, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie, right? Didn't Jay-Z say that? Don't we all kind of live by that motto? The numbers don't lie, right? In the white community, let's just go America, nationwide, right? Nationwide, white men make up over 85% of pedo activity. That's what the numbers say. Nationwide, white men make up over 85% of sexual assault charges. Nationwide. Nationwide, white men make up over 85% of grape charges. Yeah, I said grape because YouTube, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay? Nationwide, white men make up over 85% of child molestation charges. Okay? So those are the numbers. The same way they say black on black crime and black men make up over 50% of crime, violent crime in America, it's only that way because in the white community, in the white courthouses, they don't consider pedo activity, grape activity, child molestation activity. They don't consider that a violent crime. That's why when people get caught for grape, they don't get a lot of time. You ever notice a man could get a grape charge and get 6 months? A man could get a grape charge and he could get a year in prison. You ever notice that a man on How to Catch a Predator could get pedo charges for having sexual conversations and stuff like that, right? But they might get a year and a half or 8 months. It's because in the court of law, those charges are not considered violent crimes. Okay? So the numbers say that black men make up over 50% of the violent crimes in America. That's only because the very charges that white men rank high in are not considered violent crimes. So when Michael Jordan, when you hang out with these people, when you admire these people, when you spend so much time with these people, you start to act like these people. You start to take on the mannerisms of these people. You start to take on the characteristics of these people. And you don't even know it. These things start to happen and you don't even recognize that you're walking like a white man. You're talking like a white man. You're moving your neck around like a white man. You're swiping ass like a white man. Oh, yeah. You ain't heard nobody say this. You ain't heard nobody connect the dots like this. I'm not going to let them crucify you, MJ, for something that we can't really prove that was your mental. You ain't become a billionaire being that silly or that stupid or that slow to in the middle of a celebration, right? You just get to turning into goddamn David Copperfield and you see that little youngster and you say, I don't care what's going on. I don't care about CNN, Fox News, ABC, CBC, CNN. All these cameras is out here, but I'm just gonna get it. I'm gonna get a handful. Yeah, I got to put my hands on it. I don't think you did that, MJ. I don't think you didn't become a multi-billionaire doing silly shit like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's 8,000 people out this motherfucker. Everybody's looking over here. I'm the owner of the team. Everybody's looking at me. And I can't help it. I got to put my hands, come on. Nah, you didn't do that. But what you did do, Michael Jordan, is you sold out. You sold out a long time ago when you divorced Juanita. and you went to chasing that dog fur. You sold out a long time ago when you got to looking down on the hip hop community in the urban community. You sold out a long time ago. A long time ago. You know, let's go a little deeper. We already in here. Big salute to the chat. Well over 400. Run them likes up, man. Stop playing with the like button. Tap your screen twice. All right? Stop trying to remix the content and all that. There was a time for a lot of y'all youngsters that listen to Grown Man Business TV, right? There was a time where people, let me rephrase that, right? There was a time on American soil where black men were losing their life. They were dying over Michael Jordan sneakers. It was starter jackets and it was Michael Jordan sneakers. You understand? I'm an 80s baby, so I am blessed to be able to say that I lived through that culture. I remember it. I remember there was a time where as a young black man, somebody would shoot you and take your life for Michael Jordan sneakers. Somebody would delete you for those sneakers in the urban community. And Michael Jordan never spoke out about that. He never went public and told young black men, stop the violence over these sneakers. I do not want y'all killing each other over these sneakers. He never went public. He never went on a news station. He never made a statement telling young black men, as much as we love Michael, as much as we would do what he says to do, he never stepped out and said, stop the violence over my sneakers. But what Michael Jordan did do is he kept his mouth closed, right? And he secretly invested in private prisons. Oh shit, you ain't know that? So when I say Michael Jordan sold out, I'm giving you an example of what I'm talking about. So you don't be in the chat trying to use your Twitter fingers and all that. Michael Jordan never spoke to the death of black men over those sneakers. He just kept creating more Jordans, more sneakers, watching more black men die every day. Kids, teenagers, adults, black men being deleted every day over these Jordans. And he never made a public statement. He never said, hey, man, it ain't worth it. And now I'm Michael Jordan telling you that my sneakers ain't worth it. But you know what he did do? He invested millions of dollars into private prisons. So he made money off of you buying the sneakers. And then when you got killed for them sneakers, he made money off the dude who killed you going to prison for 100 years. Woo! Oh, yeah. Oh, we cooking with grease tonight, baby. Or we cooking with hot grease tonight. So I don't ever want you to get it confused like MJ is a part of the culture. MJ ain't with us. MJ ain't with us. MJ made money hand and fist off the destruction of black men in America. How the fuck you think he made $1 billion, $2, $3, $4 billion? You thought he made that off of Nike? Huh? You think he made that in the NBA? Nah, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? Okay? Now, for the people in the back, I just want to make sure y'all heard me correctly. He made money off of you buying the $200 pair of Jordans. And then he made money off of the dude who killed you getting sentenced to 80 to 90 years in prison in them private prisons. Oh, he made billions of dollars. The whole time laying up under that dog fur. Yeah, dropping Johnson in that dog fur, riding around in parade. You know what? I got another receipt. Fuck it. Let's get in another receipt. I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all, you know, the face of MJ around that dog fur. And this is his wife. And I want to tell you something. I told y'all, you know, a few nights ago, and I've been telling y'all over and over that the dog fur don't just apply to white women or white men. There's Latinos with the dog fur. There's Cubans with the dog fur. There's Asians. Okay? So I want you to look at Michael Jordan and his wife. I just want to show you a picture so you can understand what I'm getting at. Go ahead and talk to the people, MJ. Look at MJ and look at that dog fur. Oh, it's a goddamn golden retriever right there. That's a goddamn golden retriever right there. Right there. Yeah. Yeah, that's a Labrador right there. Yeah, that's a lab. That's a golden lab right there. Huh? Huh? Yeah. That's a golden Labrador. Right there. Golden retriever. Right there. That's what MJ's into. When MJ divorced his black queen so he could frolic around with that dog fur, MJ went through the door. MJ got in bed with the higher ups and the elites. And let me tell you something. When you get in bed with the higher ups and the elites, what they do is they open up opportunity for you. They give you multiple different angles where you can destroy your community. You can help with the detriment of the community, and you can become rich, filthy rich. And that's what Michael Jordan did. He went through the door. He got in bed with them people, right? And he chose, okay, you know what? That's my angle. I'm not putting a dress on. I'm not going to put a dress on in Space Jam. I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that. But you know what I will do? I will invest in these private prisons that y'all are planning to fill with young black men. Y'all already are planning to put young black men in these prisons, and I will invest millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. Not only that, I'll never speak against the algorithm. I'll never speak against the establishment. I'll never tell black men. I will never say publicly to go do this or go do that. I'll just, and I needed to say that because again, a lot of the people that listen to me, a lot of the people that fall under my voice, right, are young. They are youngsters. You know what I'm saying? 20, 21, X, Y, and Z. And they don't remember these times. And as an OG, I'm an OG. Once you hit 40 years old, in my book, you are OG, homie. You are obligated to give the game up. And these youngsters don't remember the time where niggas was dying in the street, face down, bullet holes over these Michael Jordans. They only know now about reselling and standing in line for 20 hours. And, you can go on StockX and you can verify that these are real. And, they only know about that. But they don't know about the time where your mother would spend $120 on these Jordans in a starter pullover, right? And somebody would murder you over that. I remember a time where my mother was scared to buy me a starter. I remember my mother telling me, I'm not going to buy you the starter jacket you're asking for, not because I don't have the money, but because I'm afraid of what will happen when you walk out this house with that starter jacket on. I remember it. I wanted a Charlotte's Hornet starter jacket, the pullover with the big pocket on the front. And I begged my mother, Mom, please, please, please. And it got to the point where she had to be honest with me because I knew she had the money. She was offering to buy me this and buy me that. And I'm saying, don't buy me that. Just get me this Charlotte Hornet pullover jacket. And she told me, I'm not going to buy you that jacket. I'm afraid that's something that happened to you. And a lot of you youngsters don't even understand that. Back in my day, you walking around with a Miri and Balenciaga and all these expensive ass clothes. Niggas would have killed you over the clothes. See, now you dying over jewelry. You dying over diamonds. You dying over a chain. You understand P&B rock. But in my day, it would have been them, it would have been those Amiri jeans you got on, them chrome heart jeans that everybody want. Somebody would have smoked you and pulled your jeans off you. Somebody would have smoked you and pulled your jacket over you. Yeah, and went and washed it and wore it. That's the time we grew up in. And Michael Jordan played a major factor in that. He played a major role in the detriment, the destruction. You little niggas think y'all got it bad now with these 223s and all of that. Nah, man, it was the wild, wild west in the 90s when I was coming up. The wild, wild west. And it wasn't no cell phones. Somebody will smoke your boots and actually get away with it. Yeah, yeah. Respectfully to my youngsters, somebody would smoke your boots and there was no smartphones. There was no cameras on the light poles. There was no ring cameras on doors. There was no Teslas outside with cameras on it. Somebody would smoke you and totally get away. All right? So that needed to be said because MJ is no friend of ours. MJ is you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't no kin of mine. What makes you think that I won't walk up on you with the 9? I do it all the time. Yeah. You ain't no friend of mine. You ain't no kin of mine. But at the same time, what I'm gonna do? Let them assassinate you because they got an agenda, they got propaganda, they got a bone to pick because you walked away with $1 billion. Not on my channel. Yeah, not on my channel, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? That shit is nasty work. And the dog fur, the higher ups and the elites, they always playing chess at the highest level. This is a chess move that they just, oh, we got one. Hey, you saw that? Hey, you got that, right? You clip that up for me. We got one, boss. What you talking about? Oh, you on MJ. We got one on MJ. Or the black people gonna eat this up. Niggas is gonna eat this up. Clip it up for me. Yeah. Make me a couple of shorts. You know how to make shorts, don't you? Make me a couple of shorts with that. Yeah, a couple of videos. We gonna put it out. We got one, boss. But y'all ain't put it out that he bust your ass in court, that y'all was running a monopoly, y'all was running a criminal enterprise, y'all was robbing people in that NASCAR industry. Y'all ain't talking about that. Okay, so we can't let it go down like that. But at the same time, hey MJ, this what happened when you hang around child molesters. This what happened when you hang around pedos. You start to acting like them. You start moving like them. Your mannerisms start giving pedophile. And that's what I ain't gonna lie to you, MJ. If you was around black people more than you was around a dog fur, you would have never thought that this made sense. I don't care if you're cool with the family. I don't care if you're cool with his daddy. I don't care about none of that. If you was hanging around with us, right? You would have tapped his daddy on the shoulder and said, yo, little man got something on. And his daddy could have took care of that. His daddy could have took care of that. Yo, hey, Greg, man, look at the little man. What he got? You know the cameras is on us, baby. Goddamn, baby, he got a whole banana split on his back right there. Yeah, hey, give me some towels. Hey, Greg, get my man Greg some towels real quick. But in our culture, we don't just reach down and get to swiping on little. Ain't my son. You know, I love little man. I love you. I got $20 for you. But I'm not about to be swiping all around your buttocks and all that, little man. You ain't no baby. Little man look like he got to be 7, 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? You a big boy. Yeah, you a big boy. I'm not about to be. Yeah, Yeah, little man got something on his shirt right there. You. Hey, you need. Hey, come here real quick. Hey, water boy, give me a couple of towels and some water for my man. Yeah, right here. You Michael Jordan. You ain't got to do nothing but move a finger. Niggas is moving around. Hey, come here real quick. Little man, yeah, let me talk to you. Hey, give me a couple of towels and some hot water. Yeah. Hurry up. ASAP. Right now. We need that right now. You on the clock, ain't you? You a water boy. Go get the goddamn water. But MJ, you look at this. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know, MJ. MJ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know, MJ. The hell you got going on, boss? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, MJ. MJ. You been hanging around that dog fur for too goddamn long to think that made sense. Okay? Now, I ain't gonna let them do you dirty. I ain't gonna let them crucify you. But you've been swimming in that dog fur for too goddamn long. I know Juanita's sitting at the house right now saying, see, I told him. Told him about them white people. Told him about them goddamn white women. Now look at them. Juanita and her homegirls is sitting at the house, drinking wine, laughing at your black ass, cause you done went out there with them people and you done got the I would never do no shit like I don't care who it is. It could have been my little nephew. It literally could have been my sister's son. Hey, little bro, hey, let me holler. Hey, give me some towels. Hey man, yeah, you setting something, man. There's something on your shirt right there. I was gonna get, but I ain't got no towel. All I got is my hands. And I don't know if me goddamn swiping on your ass is gonna get it off. So I'm just not gonna do it. Yeah. I ain't got no hey, water boy, give me some towels over here. You've been hanging around them people too long, MJ. Respectfully, you're black than a motherfucker. Your eyes is black, your pupils is black. Yeah, your goddamn eyes. Hey man, that nigga MJ eyes is black as his skin, man. You might want to put them goddamn cigars down, man. That's a white, respectfully, I want to say this. That's a white man sport. Cigars and smoking tobacco cigars and shit. That ain't something we came over here. That ain't something we was doing over here. Until that dog fur came over here and they started harvesting the tobacco and stuffing big ass. We was smoking reefer. Yeah. That ain't really a part of our culture, MJ. We done hung around them long enough, so now you got black men that smoke cigars. But you ain't never smelt a cigar as a black person and thought that shit, oh, smells so good. Give me a Cuban cigar, please. I want to smoke a big ass tobacco stick. Yeah, we might smoke cigars that like look cool and shit. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of, hey, we're at a cigar. Yeah, give me a cognac Cuban. But we don't smoke cigars, nigga. And you've been puffing them goddamn cigars for 45 years. Your eyes is black. I seen MJ, they close, yo, let me see they did a close up on MJ eyes, man. That nigga eyes is black, man. We was more into smoking reefer. A peace pipe. We put the reefer in the peace pipe. We get to passing that motherfucker around. Everybody giggling. We sitting around the fire. We cooking. Yeah, we eating goddamn bison and we done sliced up the bison. We got grilled bison. We got the peace pipe. We done got to passing that motherfucker around. Everybody high. The Dutchman, Columbus and them boys came over here and they got to smoking them big ass goddamn tobaccos and shit. They wanted to smoke. They wanted to smoke tobacco sticks, and we never was really into that. So again, that's another example of MJ getting around them people and give me a cigar. Would you mind giving me a cigar? Cause you clip the back. It's a big ass goddamn tobacco stick, nigga. Who the fuck's? Why is you smoking a big ass tobacco stick to the head like that, nigga? Oh, it's a cigar. You You smoke it for the taste. You don't inhale. Don't inhale the cigar smoke. You just smoke it so that you can taste the cognac on top. Man, that shit tastes like goddamn. The hell wrong with you, man? That shit tastes like a. Hey, man, them weeds and goddamn leaves and shit like that, man. Oh, it's a cigar. You don't inhale. Why would I be smoking a goddamn? Why would I be smoking something I can't inhale it? I can't smoke it. Oh, you're just supposed to taste the cigar smoke on your mouth. You ever smoked a cigar, man? You ever notice how your mouth, your whole breath stink? Your shit smell like tobacco. You've been smoking, but your breath smell like shit after you get done smoking a cigar. Trooper69, I see you in the chat. What it do, my G? So the more you hang around these people, the more you start acting like them. The more we hung around and we start mingling and integrated with the dog fur, now their mannerisms start rubbing off on us. And it worked the other way around. You ever notice wiggers? You ever seen that white boy that he ain't even acting. He got that whole black shit. He talk like us. He walk like R.I.P. to white folks. You remember that man out there in Memphis named White Folks? You remember him? That wasn't no motherfucking act. He wasn't acting. R.I.P. to white folks. That old man grew up around us. So his mannerisms changed. The way he walked start to change. The way he talked, it start to change. Everything about him started to change because he grew up around us. That's the same thing that happened when you hang around that dog fur. You get to smoking tobacco pipes and shit. Yeah, we don't want any of that. Put some tobacco in it. You get the motherfucking doing weird shit like Michael did with this little boy right here, just swiping on his ass and all that. And nobody thought it was weird. Nobody even looked at Michael. He was just swiping down on the little boy ass like this, and nobody even blinked the eye. But if it was a whole bunch of black people out there, you would have saw people in the background looking like this. I'm gonna play another receipt. Salute to the homie Tati, man. Tati speaks. Clone Tatiana. She do her thing on this YouTube thing. She do her thing across these social media websites and all that. Hold on real quick. She do her thing, man, and I'm gonna let her talk from her perspective. And I don't really agree with this angle. I don't necessarily agree with how she's coming, right, about this situation. But then at the same time, I do respect what she's saying in her angle. And I kind of want to speak to that before we close out. Big salute to the chat. Approaching 1 o'clock, man. I stand long. We're gonna get a little bit biblical with this. You already know I like to get biblical, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Big salute to the chat. Let's let Tati speak, right? And then we're gonna get up out of here and close out. Salute to Tati, man. Look.
All right, hey y'all. So I don't know if y'all seen the new video of Michael Jordan touching on that little boy, but I want to show y'all the video and then I want to respond because yeah. Team and all of our commentary team. We'll see you from Atlanta next week with NASCAR. I've always found it weird when people get up here and they choose not to speak about certain people, right? When Diddy was being talked about, baby, y'all was dragging him through the mud. And then I think about people like Jay-Z and I think about Michael Jordan. I'm like, how are you, a black man, able to get to the levels that you was able to get to? And I know for a fact that you was doing weird things to be accepted because that is the only way that they will allow a black man within that environment. I do not care. They want to have some type of evidence on you in case you try to back out later on down the road. I do not care. And Michael Jordan has always been one of those black people who do not fuck with his people. And that is why he is accepted mostly. Because he is not going to do nothing for the black community to uplift it, to grow it, or to develop it. That is how he stays in his position by him and his white wife. Okay? But I did want to also mention people like Jay-Z and other people because y'all pick on certain people, but then y'all try to exclude certain people, right? And then when I see certain things that is being brought up about people like Jay-Z, oh my God, it's impossible, but it's okay to talk about Diddy when they was best friends. They was best friends. Everything that comes out about Rock Nation is fucking dark, angry, like it's toxic. And y'all, oh my God, Charlamagne the God, very much Rock Nation, but he speak on certain shit. Like, I don't understand why y'all are blind. Why are these two black men being put up on a pedestal? What are they doing weird? I genuinely want to know. And y'all know how I rock about my black men, but let's be real. If you want to pick on Diddy, you want to pick on Tory Lanez, let's not speak about that. Let's not speak about that. Let's not speak about how a black man can legit go against his own people to be beneficial to these people. You will lie on a man and say that he shot somebody, but he never shot that girl. Never shot that girl. You ain't gotta tell me, oh, DJ Academics told us. Bitch, we already knew. What do you mean? Bitch, listen, if a man did something to me, I'm showing everybody. He shot me right there. There's no way possible. You gonna tell me this man shot you and you ain't finna show us, baby? You ain't finna show us. You ain't. All right, salute to Tati, right? We talked about Tory Lanez last night. But what she said had some relevance to it, right? But I wanna kind of dispel that, right? Because what you gotta understand is it's all different types of ways that they get y'all to walk through the door, right? And what they got everybody stuck on is the freaky door. You know what I'm saying? The baby oil, the P. Diddy, right? You know, these weird sexual acts and things that go down with these rituals, right? But I want you to, you know, open your mind to the fact that it's way deeper than rap. It's way deeper. That's probably one of the easiest ones they get you with is the drugs and the sexual rituals that they do at these parties, right? But, you know, dudes like Mike, it's a lot of, you know, it's a lot of men like that. They didn't have to really do nothing for the most part like a sexual thing, right? It's other ways. And that's why I gave y'all the perspective about the private prisons. That's why I broke down and gave y'all, you know, the narrative, and I showed y'all and I painted a picture of what was happening in the 90s when Michael Jordan, Air Jordans was coming out and niggas was dying. You understand what I'm saying? You got to know Michael Jordan is a way more of an asset in a puppet and a tool and a weapon used against the black community than Diddy ever was. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Diddy was getting dudes at parties and they was getting freaky with this baby oil, and Jay-Z was doing whatever they saying that he was doing. If he was doing it, then he was doing it right. And he was powerful as well as influencing, you know, the urban community over the years. But really, you can't fathom the magnitude of what Michael Jordan, the destruction, bro, the tool, the weapon he has become over throughout the 90s and the early 2000s. It ain't a rapper close to Michael Jordan when it comes to being used by the higher ups and elites. And I'm, you know, my personal opinion, right, is that Michael didn't have to get down with that side of the boule. Michael Jordan didn't have to get down with that side of the boule. And I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. Michael Jordan was having so many black men smoking other young black men, killing them over these Jordans, and then investing in private prisons that the last thing they probably was thinking about is Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying, doing some Brokeback Mountain activity. You had to be there. A lot of y'all, again, a lot of the people that fall into my voice, you know, y'all are younger than me. I just look like this. So y'all think we the same age. You know what I mean? It be, you know, salute to all the youngsters, man. You know, they tap in with me and they be talking to me, and I can tell that they really think we are the same age or we are close in age. And I just look like this, you know what I'm saying? I got little grays in my beard and all that, you know what I'm saying? We are way far off. You know what I mean? You 28 years old, nigga. I am, nigga, we are far off. You know what I mean? We are not close in age. I just look like this. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I got to reenact and I got to reiterate that a lot of y'all don't even know. Y'all was babies when this was going on. A lot of y'all wasn't even born when this was going on. You had to be there. It's one of those situations that,
when they say, nigga, you just had to be there. It's really hard to make you understand the magnitude of what was going on in those days over the Michael Jordan sneakers. Somebody will kill you, nigga. Your ass could be walking. Listen, you could be walking to the bus stop to go to school, and somebody would literally kill you. I can't say it no clearer, yo. I can't say this shit no clearer. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you could be walking to the corner store to get food, bread. Your mama tell you, hey, go to the corner store, pick up 2 loaves of bread, and come back home, and we gonna eat this hamburger helper. And your ass could have walked to the store and got killed, nigga. And when they come, and then when people get to you with fine, oh my God, you ain't got no motherfucking shoes on. You got dirty ass socks on, brother. Over, nigga, they ain't even going in your pockets, nigga. You could have had $1,000 in your pockets. The money still to be there. But guess what would not be there? Them goddamn Nike, them Air Jordans. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They was called. Y'all got all the different names for them now. Oh, these are the 11s. These are the SpongeBob 11s. These are the Halloween 4s. Yeah, these are the retroactive 6s. Oh, these are the 7-ring Michael Jordans. When I was growing up, them shits was called Air Jordan. That was it. Yeah. Have you seen the new Air Jordans? Yes, I seen them. That was it. Oh, these are the flu game Jordans. Oh, these are the 1995. These are the dunks. When I was growing up, them shits was called Air Jordans, and they would smoke you over them. They would shoot you, man. Kill you, man. Respectfully. I'm telling you, respectfully, they would kill you for the Air Jordans, man. Okay? I say all that to say this. I doubt Jordan was in there. I doubt they had Jordan in there, playing in baby oil. With the kind of destruction and the kind of influence that his sneakers was having over niggas in the ghetto, I don't think they put no baby oil on Jordan, man. I think Jordan been able to live with immunity. He done had so many niggas go to the grave over his shoes. They allow Michael to walk around with white women and fuck on them, and he just have his way. You ain't never heard Michael Jordan go like a white woman say, oh, Michael sexually assaulted me or Michael raped me. Michael spent all this time, he been dropping Johnson in these white women. And we ain't never heard a sexual assault allegation. We ain't never heard a woman say that Michael did something harmful to him. And he been dropping Johnson in that dog fur for over 45 years. That's because of Michael had such an impact on the ghetto. Yo, let me tell you something. They couldn't afford to put Michael in jail over no sexual allegations with the destruction he was doing in the black community with them Air Jordans. And again, respectfully, notice how I keep calling them Air Jordans, because the shit y'all wearing now, it ain't the same. These what you call them, retro Jordans and all of that. These shits ain't got nothing on the Air Jordans that we were privy to in the 90s. I'm gonna close with this, right? Me and my homies used to get the East Bay magazines. We didn't have technology. We didn't have smartphone. So the East Bay magazine was like, that shit was like a holy grail. You understand? And we would get those East Bay magazines and we would look at them. I never ordered out the East Bay magazine, but I remember always looking in them to see the new shit. The new Air Jordans, right? And we would look at TV shows like Martin and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know what I'm saying, A Different World, right? All of these different TV shows, these urban shows would have the new Jordans on them, right? So I remember vividly, right? It was this one Martin Lawrence. It was this one show Martin had, and Martin came on Thursdays at 8 o'clock. I always remember it, right? You had Martin, then you had Living Single, and then you had New York Undercover. That lets you know how old I am. I said New York undercover, right? And on this particular Martin episode, he it was, I think it was a Christmas episode, and it was a little boy in Nipsey's in the bar, and he had like he was poor, you know what I'm saying, and he had like holes in his clothes and all that. And Martin walked over to the little boy, and he took off his sneakers, was some brand new white and black Concord Jordan. No, they was the 11s, like the flu games, but they was white and black. The Jordan, like the black and red flu games, but they were white and black joints, the 12s. The 12. Again, I'm old, right? So they was just Air Jordans back in the day. We didn't look at that. We didn't look at that show and say, "Oh, he got the 12s on." We was like, "Yo, them still." So, hold on real quick. I just want to make sure I'm on point with this, because I don't want to go. I don't want to, because I got somebody saying that they was the 11s. Hold on. Big salute to the chat. Hold on. 12s. Yeah, they was the 12s. Big salute to the chat. They wasn't the 11s. They were the 12s. It was these joints. Big salute to the chat, too. You already know how we do. There was these joints right here. It was those. Right? And he took them off. He put them on the table. He gave them to the little homie. He told him he could have them for Christmas. Those was his, X, Y, Z. Right? And me and my homies, we went to school the next day. And that's all we talked about all day. Yo, did you see the J's, the Air Jordans on the Martin show last night? Man, them shits was fire. That's all we talked about all weekend, me and my homies, was those 12s we saw, them Air Jordans that we saw on Nike, on the Martin show. And I don't know, I just felt like saying that story because of how impactful that shit was. It was an impact that Michael had on us. And I would be surprised to find out Michael had to been break. Nah, Michael been dropping Johnson and them white women for the last 45 years, man. Busting they ass. Michael get on them yachts, get drunk off that wine, and get to busting that dog fur down. Yeah, they don't fuck with Mike. They let Mike do what he do. You know what I'm saying? He's done enough. Yeah, he's done enough. All right. So big salute to the chat, man. Let me see where we at with this. Let's get biblical before we get out of here. Oh wow. With a lot of whatever, for the most part, man, we not gonna idol worship. You know what I'm saying? And it's saying that good book, never to idol worship. You understand what I'm saying? And it also says in that good book, it also says, never put your trust in man. Don't put your trust in man. One thing about that book, man, like I say, is truth in it, right? A lot of the times the truth that's in the Bible is very direct. It's not like, it's not one of those quotes or them statements that you gotta like debate with people with. I think he meant this, or my perspective is that, and my perspective. When you read that book and you can see through the smoke and mirrors, the truth is very direct. Okay, so you're not supposed to idol worship, but even deeper than idol worshiping, you never put your trust in man. That was always a deep part of it for me. You know what I'm saying? Never put your trust in man. You know what I mean? Don't he said, don't put your trust in man. You put your trust in God, and you are led by, you're led by that. You're led by the trust that you have in God, the trust and the faith that you have in a higher power. You understand what I'm saying? But down here, what they trick you into doing is to put your trust in man. So, this is deep, but I'll say this, right? Like, my wife is should my wife only should trust me because she know that I'm God fearing and I listen to God. So if I'm listening to God, if I am moving on the word of the Most High, then she could put her trust in me because she's putting her trust in the word. is God, man, woman, child. God gives man the vision and he speaks to man. God never spoke to Eve. You ever notice that? God didn't say one word to Eve. He never spoke to her. He always spoke directly to Adam. God, man, woman, child. God is going to give man the vision. He's going to give him the purpose. And then when man is in position to listen to God, trust in God, have faith in God, right? Then his wife, his woman, Eve, can now put her trust in him because he is moving. So I say all that to say this. Stop putting these celebrities on these pedestals. These people are simply humans. They was born in sin just like you. They was born in sin just like me. The money, the fame, the fortune only covers up the things that they choose to hide. But in due time, it's only so long fake thugs can pretend. It's only so long we not going to be able to see what it really is. That's what make YouTube so powerful. When you get on these live streams, when you talk directly to the people, you can't really hide, my G. You are what you are. You was who you was before you got here. Only God could judge me. So I'm going to either love me or leave me alone. Never put your trust in man, homie. Put your trust in God. If that's a God-fearing man, if not, that go for the women as well. You understand what I'm saying? Subconsciously, you know, you should be seeing what is his relationship with, I mean, do he believe in God? Do he read the Bible? Do he speak about God? Is he looking for his purpose through God? Does he does he have discernment? If he don't have none of that, you need to get far away from him because you can't put no trust in him. Woo. We got biblical on that, right? All right, man. Well, listen, MJ, you had some explaining to do, but luckily for you, MJ, I think I did the explaining for you, my G. I think I ironed that out for you. You know what I mean? Because that wasn't looking good, my guy. That was nasty work. But I explained to the people that you've been dropping Johnson and them white women for the last 45 years. You done let their ways rub off on you. You done started moving like a white woman. You done started taking on the mannerisms of white men. You've been in that circle for a long time. So you didn't really know that you was doing what you was doing when you was doing it. But if you would have been at the cookout with us, somebody would have, God damn it, grandma would have told you, Michael, what you got going? Michael, what? Somebody go get Michael. What's going on, grandma? Michael, I don't, what? Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Turn around. You got something on you. Give me a towel for Junior. He got something. Hey, Michael, don't. If you was at the cookout, that's what grandmama would have told you. Michael, don't put. I was just trying to clean. Well, get a goddamn napkin, Michael. Get a napkin next time. Why is you swiping and scooping and touching and groping on the little boy right here, Michael? God damn it. Get. But see, you've been hanging around with them people, so nobody told you that. You think it's all right. Oh, you're just grabbing at his ass and shit because he got ice cream on it. Come on, Michael. That ain't a good enough reason to be swiping on it. Come on, Michael. Come on, man. Come on. Right? But I know why they put you out there like that as well. It ain't because they care about that little boy. See, the dog fur, the higher ups and the elites, they didn't put that out there because they are concerned about that little boy and what you was doing and how that's going to affect them. They didn't do that. They did that to crucify you for that $1 billion. You just swiped that $1 billion out their pocket. Not only did you take $1 billion, you exposed the whole monopoly that they got going. You exposed a whole lot of shit that them people is doing in NASCAR. Man, they've been running NASCAR races for the last 100 years. I ain't never been to one of them. But they be making billions of dollars. They've been running NASCAR races for the last 100 years, and it ain't a nigga in sight. That's the only sport they don't really need niggas to get involved with to make it pop. You ever noticed that? You ever thought about that? Think about that. I'm gonna leave this with you for you to think about. NASCAR might be the only sport in the history of the world that they don't need a LeBron James to go over there and make that shit do numbers. They don't need a black man, a nigga to come over there and jump high and run fast. They don't need to support the niggas over there in NASCAR. Nigga, they been getting money. They been printing money for the last 150 years over there in them NASCAR races. Nigga, somewhere off in the woods with goddamn Bubba and Billy and Tommy drinking Coors Light and shit with overalls on. Nigga, goddamn it, boy, pass me another beer. Now all of a sudden you got a nigga coming over here causing a ruckus, telling the people we've been robbing these goddamn people for all these years. You done came over here. We got to give your ass $1 billion cause you done threatened to tell these goddamn, yeah, you done told these motherfucking people we were robbing them. NASCAR probably the only sport in the history of the world that don't need niggas. They've been getting money without niggas for a long, long time. You ain't heard nobody ever tell you that. Think about that shit. These motherfuckers NASCAR, Daytona 500, the Indy 2000. We don't know nothing about that shit. We ain't never been to one. And they sell them stadiums out every goddamn time. Hockey is one of them, but I don't think hockey get money like NASCAR. Hockey's a good sport, but they don't really be selling out arenas and shit. Hockey ain't one of them sports where you could go look at a hockey game on Sports Center and see 80,000 people in that motherfucker, every seat sold out. I don't think hockey is like that. But them NASCARs, look at a NASCAR race. Look at a Daytona 500 race. You ain't never, man, shit. I'm talking goddamn white on white violence, honky on honky, goddamn all. I'm talking you might find 10 niggas in that whole 30,000 people. It might be 10 niggas in there. When Drewski did that, when he did that sketch, when he had the white paint on, that nigga was at a NASCAR race. You know what I'm talking about? He didn't go to a hockey game. He put them overalls on and he went to a NASCAR race where all them people was at. Drewski. So that's why they put you out there, MJ, if you didn't know. All right? Now, I'm going to tell you this before we get out of here. You better be careful, nigga. The next time they might assassinate your ass. You're treading on thin ice. yeah. You're treading on thin ice, nigga. You better watch your goddamn step around them people. Don't come running niggas. When they put a bullet in your ass, don't get the goddamn crying now. You better call them white women. You better call them snow bunnies you've been laying down with, boy. Unless you ready to spread some of them billions out. Don't come coming crying to niggas unless you got some money in your hand. And I want to end with that. The downloads have been downloaded. Yeah. Michael Jordan, when you're treading on thin ice. And when them dog fur come to get your ass, don't come running to us unless you got some of them billions. You ready to spread some of that money out. Yeah. Don't reach out to me, nigga, unless you got some money in your hand. All right? Respectfully. I don't want, yeah, bitch. You come here, I'm going to tell the people to turn their back on you. We ain't fucking with you, nigga. We know what you did. We know what you did in the 90s with them Air Jordans, nigga. We know what you did with them Air Jordans, Michael. All right? So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man. Listen. You could tap in and you could tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Listen, man, I suggest you tap into this Grown Man Business. I suggest you tap into this Grown Man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick. into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight, raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoating nothing. We not dressing nothing up. I'm only here to give you this game straight, raw, my G. Pure dope. Nothing more, nothing less. No fentanyl, no baking soda, no quinine. We ain't water whipping that dope and we ain't counter whipping that dope. It's pure, straight off the brick into the bottles. Nothing more, nothing less. MJ, you've been around them people too long, but you know what? Have at it. If you like it, I love it. Stay around them goddamn people. Keep dropping Johnson in that dog fur. Keep doing what you do. They almost got your ass with this one, MJ. MJ, they almost got you. You don't know how many people got in my DM behind this video right here, what you was doing out there. And they almost got there. They almost got you. When they do get you, don't come running back to the black community unless you ready to share and spread out some of them billions. Get you a couple of them $1 billion and get to spread money out. 100,000, 180,000, 250, you know, yeah, 500,000. I got 500 for you. Get to spreading that money out. And we ain't gonna fuck with you. Respectfully. We don't even need you. The Jordans is coming out if you're here or not. MJ, Nike gonna drop them Jordans if you here or if you not. We don't even need you no more. The Air Jordans is coming out, nigga. We gonna buy them. Okay? Cause they gunning for you. They gunning for you, homie. Oh yeah, this right here could have got ugly real fast. They got you leaning over, doing whatever you was doing with the ice cream and whatever you was doing. The next time they ain't gonna miss. Mark my words. The next time they not going to miss. All right? So you already know what time it is, man. Big salute to the chat. Y'all know how we giving it up. Change the name to Airwax. Nah, we can't do that. MJ got the greatest athlete sneaker. Ain't nobody close. Ain't nobody close, bro. That shit, again, I grew up through that era. The way, it ain't even the same no more. Everybody got the Jordans now. Everybody, but when I was growing up, bro, you only had them if your peoples had it. Like, it wasn't like it is now. You know, the new Jordans drop, it was certain people you knew was going to have them in school. You know what I mean? Darren with the green eye Harold, he always had the Jordans because his parents used to sell drugs and shit. And then you had Jacob over there. You know what I'm saying? He had the Jordans because he live out in the suburbs, so he always got the Jordans. You know what I'm saying? And then you got you got Jonathan. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan, his people got a little couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? He get the Jordans and all that. And then you got Kev. You know, Kev, he lived with his grandmama. You know, his grandmama gonna buy him whatever he wants. So he got the joints. But everybody else ain't have them. It might have been 20 people in the whole school with the fresh J's as soon as they came out. It ain't like it is now, where everybody got the Jordans. Nah, that shit won't like that. It won't like that. Yeah, it won't. It was like a whole type of, it was like a whole different energy back in the day when you seen them J's on a nigga feet. Nigga walking in class with the motherfucking J's on, nigga, the patent leather around them bitches. You saying, God damn. Nigga got the fresh Concords on, black and red. You say, I ain't gonna lie, right? I ain't never had, like, when I was young in school, my mama really couldn't afford the J's. I remember the first time I felt that feeling is when I got a pair of Allen Iversons when they first came out. That's the first time I ever felt that feeling. Like when you walk in school, I had I was like one of the first ones with the all white and red Allen Iversons, nigga, in middle school. I think I was in like 7th or 8th grade when them shits came out. Word. I had them joints. It might have been like a couple of niggas in there with them, but I was like one of the first ones in there. Niggas was on me. I'm in the hallways walking to my locker. Niggas like, yo, them joints is crazy. I'm like, I walk in, yo, salute to Lafayette while I know in the middle school out there in Norfolk, VA. I'm walking through the hallways. Niggas just like, yo, them joints is crazy. They got the AI jump. I got the AI jersey. and I got the Allen Iverson sneakers on, and I was killing them. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, killing them. Yeah, yeah. You New Yorkers niggas, yeah, the New Yorker niggas used to come down in the summertime with the SpongeBob 11s. You know what I'm saying? The Spider-Man 12s. You know what I'm saying? We used to always be like, where you get them Jordans from? You can't get these nowhere but New York City, son. Oh, for real? We used to be like, damn, let me go, yeah, son. You know what I mean? We got the motherfucking, yeah, I got the Power Ranger 4s right here. Nigga got a big ass Power Ranger on us. Where you get these from? We looking through the East Bay. We trying to find the Halloween 11s and the Spider-Man 12s. We trying to figure out where, and the whole time these niggas been getting $20 Jordans the whole time. Koreans been the Koreans been sewing up your goddamn Jordans the whole time. Y'all coming down to Virginia line and shit. Y'all thought we wasn't gonna figure out about that, huh? Y'all thought Canal Street was gonna be an urban legend. Nah, we figured it out. Yeah, you was rocking the goddamn SpongeBob 4s, nigga. Yeah. The goddamn Power Ranger 6s. We didn't know nothing about it. Where you get them from? New York City. The one thing they did say when they was lying, because it's always truth in a lie, right? They would look us right in the face down in the country and they would say, you can't get these nowhere but in New York City. We used to be like, damn, for real, yeah, we can't. I can't even tell you, son. You can't get these nowhere but in New York City, yeah, because Canal Street is in New York City. Yeah, that y'all left the Canal Street part out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was you can't get this nowhere but New York City. But they forgot to mention the Vietnamese lady that been sewing your goddamn Jordans up for $35. Yeah, yeah, you forgot about that. The Vietnamese man that was spray painting he was spray painting SpongeBob on the side of your sixes. Spray painting Spider-Man. You got Spider-Man spray painted on your goddamn 12s and all that. And we trying to figure out where you get them from. I'm sorry, New York City. I know y'all don't like that. It is what it is, nigga. You can like it or love it. Y'all done came to we remember when you used to come down to Virginia, man. Yo, who is that? Yo, that's my cousin. That's my cousin Raheem. That's my cousin Raheem. He from Brooklyn. Yo, what's going on, Raheem? Yo, what's up, man? Yeah, man, come down here for the summer. Okay, that's your cousin Raheem. Oh shit, hey Raheem, where you get them Jordans from, Raheem? Oh, you talking about these, son? Yeah, Phil. Where you? What? Let me see them joints. What's those joints called? Yo, these is the SpongeBob 11s, B. You see SpongeBob on the back. Oh shit, man, my bad. When you get those? Where you get them from? You can't get these nowhere but New York City, son. Word to mother. Nah. Word to my mother, son. Word to my mother. You can't get these nowhere but New York City. That's word to my mother, B. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know that Jordan and SpongeBob had a collab. I didn't know they collabed together. So Nickelodeon and Michael Jordan, they got a collab right now. Yes, Nickelodeon. You know what I'm saying? Spider-Man. I got the Spider-Man 11s in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Then I got the Rugrat 4s. You remember the Rugrats? You remember the show The Rugrats? I got the Rugrat 4s. I got the Doug 6s. You remember? Yeah, I got Doug on the side of my 6s right there. You can't get these but nowhere in New York City. We used to be like, damn, son, for a long time, we used to be like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? You should be like, damn, I wish I could go to New York City and get some of these motherfucking Rugrat 6s and these Spider-Man 11s. And then I grew up and I went to New York. And guess what? Niggas took me to Canal Street where y'all was buying all that fake Gucci and that fake Louis Vuitton and all that fake, yeah, you nigga got motherfucking Versace glasses like Biggie Smalls. He got them bitches from Canal Street. Biggie Smalls got his Versace shades right off of Canal Street, $25. I, I was disgusted when I seen Canal Street for the first time. The first time my homies from Brooklyn walked me down Canal Street, I was disgusted. All the memories of you niggas coming down to Virginia with your SpongeBob 11s and your Rugrat 4s and your Spider-Man 12s. And I was disgusted at the fact that y'all ran that game on me for all those goddamn years. And I vowed. I made a vow and I dedicated myself to getting revenge on your ass. And I told myself one day I'm gonna get revenge on you niggas. And here we are, Grown Man Business TV, exposing the truth about you niggas in New York City in Canal Street. Yeah, yeah. It is what it is, nigga. I paid $1,000 for this goddamn Gucci hat. You think I'm gonna let you go buy the same Gucci hat for $15 out there on Canal Street, nigga? Hell no, bitch. I paid $1,000 goddamn dollars for this Gucci hat, and then you gonna go to Canal Street and you gonna buy the same goddamn replica hat for 15 goddamn dollars, and can't nobody tell the difference. Nah, never again, nigga. Yeah. You thought I was gonna let you live, didn't you? You thought you was never going. You thought nobody was never gonna tell your secret. I know about you, nigga. I know how it smell when it come from Canal Street, nigga. Smell like plastic and raw fish. You come around me with those leather jackets smelling like plastic and raw fish. I know it came from Canal Street, nigga. And I tell you. Oh man, this came from Canal Street. No, it didn't. Yes, it did, nigga. It smelled like plastic and raw fish, nigga. It's a fish market right down the goddamn street from Canal Street over there in Chinatown. A raw fish market, nigga. And the wind, I know where it came from. Respectfully, I had to give New York a piece of my mind. Every now and then I got to give New York. I got to give New York what they asking for, nigga. All right, don't fuck around with me, man. I know what you did last summer. I know what you did last summer when you took your last little money and you went to Canal Street and you brought that Louis belt and you brought that Louis jacket and you brought them goddamn SpongeBob 8s and you walked out and nobody couldn't tell the difference. You've been partying. You've been going to goddamn nightclubs. You've been smoking hookah. Yeah, it is what it is. It'll be what it's gonna be. MJ, you need to do better, man. A Jordan, man, we understand you, you know what I'm saying? You a billionaire, you filthy rich. We get all that. We understand that you are highly successful. We get all that. You be riding mega yachts and shit. I seen Jordan on the yacht. That shit had a basketball court on the top. It was crazy. That nigga Jordan was on a big ass yacht shooting jumpers. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, that shit probably surreal. That's a surreal feeling, bro, to be on a mega yacht shooting jumpers and shit in the sunshine. So I got a lot of respect for you, man, but I had to call you out, man, because, you know, every time we see you, you got a white woman with you. And for you to be reaching down what you was just doing and all that, you know, you need to come to the cookout, man. You know what I'm saying? MJ, man, take some time out of your summer, man, this summer, and get with some of your black family, man. Go out there to North Carolina, man. North Carolina, stand up, take your shirt off, whip it around your head, whip it like a helicopter. Go out there to North Carolina, man. Sing the P.D. Pablo song. Get with J. Cole or something, man. Reconnect with your family out there in North Carolina and go to the cookout, man. Eat some of them goddamn pork ribs out the bottom. You know you eat pork. I know you eat pork, nigga. I could tell by your eyes, nigga, you eating pork. You hang around them goddamn white people, they got your ass eating that swine, nigga. Filling your belly up with that goddamn swine. Go on out there to North Carolina and get with your country family, man. Bring some money with you, nigga. Yeah. You got billions of dollars, man. Get your 2-3 million out that motherfucking account and bust it down to hundreds and twenties and fifties, man. And go out there and give your cousins 100,000 here, 60,000, 40,000, 58,000. Go ahead and spread that money out, man, and eat some pork out there at the cookout. Eat you some collard greens and some cornbread and some corn on the cob, nigga. Smoke your little reefer. Because when you do that, you will realize how wrong you was with whatever you got going on with that little boy. You won't do it again. Go on out and get with your family, man. You got some niggas that's out there that's still your family. We don't even know. We ain't never seen one of your cousins. We don't know who your family is, nigga. The Jordans, y'all don't even rock. You don't even rock with your Jordan family. Take some time out your summer, man. Go out there to North Carolina. Throw a cookout for your family. Have a family reunion with your daddy's side of the family. Your daddy was black than all outside. He was blacker than all outside, your daddy. I remember how black your daddy was. Your daddy was blacker than oil, boy. Go out there and get with your daddy and his cousins and they babies and they nieces and nephews. And you go out there and you spend a month around some black people, man. All right? Because the next time they shoot, they not going to miss your ass. Trust me. Big salute to the chat, man. We going to get on up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all tapping in with the Realest on YouTube. Yours truly. You already know it's Grown Man Business TV. We growing this channel organically. We approaching 58,000. 58,000 subscribers. Man, we should be at, I want to be at 100,000 by the summertime, or at least the end of the summertime. And I'm going to tell you something. In my heart of hearts, I feel like something is going to happen. These YouTube streets need a body. I might talk about this tomorrow, but notice how it's dry in these YouTube streets. I'm still making my way because I'm one of them ones, right? So I'm still going to get my numbers, 30,000, 40,000, 80,000. I'm still going to do my numbers because I am who I am. But it's dry in these YouTube streets. You got people talking about whatever is out there. They done got to the point where they tried to put Michael Jordan ass on the chopping block. These YouTube streets need a body. And when that body falls, whoever or whatever it is, it's going to catapult us into 100,000. When you do this YouTube, when you create content, you start knowing how this thing work. I remember when Young Dolph died. I went viral multiple times when Young Dolph passed away. R.I.P. to Young Dolph. I gained a lot of subscribers. I gained a lot of fans and supporters when Young Dolph died, speaking on situations behind the smoking mirrors with Young Dolph. When Takeoff lost his life, I gained a lot of subscribers. We went viral multiple times on me speaking about the Dollar Tree Cotton Boys, the Prince family, right? And Takeoff. The streets, this YouTube shit is a portal. It's dangerous. And it get real when bodies fall, when there is sacrifices being made. We are approaching 60,000 subscribers. We will be at 100 before the year is over. We will have a YouTube plaque before 2006 comes to a wrap. All right? False narratives dropping daily, just trying to make some... Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You feel me? And again, right? Nobody even gonna say that. These niggas just get on YouTube and they just... You got Hassan Campbell talking to battle rap niggas. Yo, peep this. Yeah, Nipsey Hussle too. Yeah, Nipsey Hussle too, right? You got Young Dolph. I mean, you got Hassan Campbell arguing with ARP from battle rap. So shit then got so dry that Haas is now going back and forth with the battle rap community. You got niggas in the battle rap community talking crazy to Hassan Campbell. That's how dry it is. But you ain't gonna really see nobody talking about that. You just see niggas creating content that ain't really content. The content ain't content. And nobody knows why. It's because the YouTube streets need a body. All right? It is what it is. It'll be what it's gonna be. I want to say this too. Big salute to the homie Zip. I saw him again on I saw Zip again on Netflix. I think they did another Netflix joint with him and Maul and Rory. Salute to Zip, man. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing. Everybody's in their own lane. And Zip, I think, is a co-host with Rory and Maul. And that's what he likes and that's what he's into. And he's enjoying that. Big salute to Zip, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, 18 years in prison, I ain't saluting not 1 minute of that. But every year you spend outside of prison, I'ma salute that. You understand what I'm saying? So salute to Zip, man. Keep grinding, keep doing your thing, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so dry, bro. Realest when it listen, fly Gemini. Now you see what I'm saying, right? You feel, yeah, exactly. Think about that. Not only is she winning, she milking the cow. Nigga, what I'm saying? She is not just winning, right? But she milking this motherfucker. Like she the motherfucking situations like a bro Rilla, that shit would have been done a week ago. A week ago, 2 weeks ago, we would have been, niggas would have been like, yo, you know, that shit ain't even jumping no more. Nigga wouldn't even be paying that shit no mind. But because it's so dry, bro Rilla been milking this month, and salute to her. Salute to her. Milk this motherfucking cow, man. She doing interviews, she promotion, she getting promo money. You know, again, salute to her. But yeah, these YouTube streets is dry. So when I come up here and I create this content and I give you these downloads, you gotta know that it ain't got nothing to do with it just is what it is. You know what I mean? But if the YouTube streets was saturated right now, if the shit was lit, I'll be doing 100,000 views on these joints. Every video is like 20,000, 25,000, 30,000, 40,000, 80,000. I'll go live and do 100,000 easy. I'll hit 100K easy. So I'm looking, it's like I'm gonna leave with this. It's like the stock market, right? You know, that shit, that needle go up, and you see it go up, it's time to cash out, because if it go up too high, it's guaranteed to go down for a little bit. And right now it's down. It's down. So now that it's dry, something is gonna go down. I'm not sure what is, I can't put a finger on it, but something gonna happen and that shit gonna go up again. And when it go up again, we gonna monetize and we gonna capitalize off of that. 100K before the year is over. I want 100,000 subscriber plaque behind me before 2026 is a wrap. All right. So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen to me. You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in. Gang.